believe in who you are and what you're made of. Self-discipline is powerful. And I love it. I love it. Yeah, it gets me out of bed. It drives me every day. I can't wait to get to work. I will say there was a few days this past year that I found time to drink more coffee. Recruiting. Recruiting is a big part of what we do at Tennessee. And why is it so important? It's so important because those are the people that you win in life with. Joan has a great staff. Mike Hamilton has a great staff. You know, they hire good people and say, go do what you do best. So they recruit us, and then we have to recruit student athletes. And that's something that I love to do, because I love to go in the homes and really learn about the families. And I've gone into some homes and I thought, no, wouldn't be a good fit. I might like them, but I might not be sold on their level of commitment. Now, I remember when I went to see Candace Parker, and if y'all don't mind me telling this little story here, she was pretty good, wasn't she? I hope that baby girl she's about to have gets that orange outfit I've got in the house. And it's legal, but when I went to see Candace, it's amazing. And for you students, sometimes it gets so competitive in recruiting and you finding jobs that you got to find a way to be able to be the one that they want to invest in. And I knew early on when I saw Candace play that she was very special. Very special, came from a great family, and her brothers played basketball, and one is still playing in the pros, Anthony. But it was nip and tuck, because in recruiting sometimes, and you'll probably experience this, you students, in recruiting sometimes it gets competitive, and people will say about anything to sign somebody or to hire somebody. But in our situation, I was flying back in, and I had that one last visit with Candace Parker. And I was sitting there thinking, gosh, I don't know why she hadn't committed to us. She should have already committed. But I couldn't get her to do it. And I thought, this is your last shot. What are you going to do? So I was on the airplane, and I was thinking, people have colored her thinking. They have colored her thinking. What can I do to get her to see who we are at Tennessee? Well, it hit me. So here's what I did. Got on the plane next day, went to Naperville. Went in and met with the family. Holly and I went. We had lunch with them, and then we came back and sat down. And I said, Candace, I'm not gonna be here very long. I know you're about over this recruiting. But I said, I really want to make a point with you, but just wait just a minute. And I said, I got up and I started toward the kitchen, and she goes, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to get a drink of water. And she goes, I'll get it. And I said, no, I'll get my own water. So I went in and got a clear glass of water, and I came back out and I set it on this little table between the two of us. I just set it down. She looked at it. I would have gotten the water, Coach. I said, no, I'm fine. And then, while I was in there, I had opened up this red Alka-Seltzer. Y'all know they have red Alka-Seltzer. So I had 2 tablets. And so while we were talking, I just dropped the 2 tablets in the water. And of course it started fizzing. She goes, what is that? And I said, that's the problem with you. And she said, what do you mean? And I said, someone has colored your thinking about Tennessee. And it ought to be clear to you right now where you belong. Well, I'm thinking, as a young kid, I'm going to think, well, that's kind of hokey right there. But she looked down, she looked at me, and she goes, Coach, that's awesome. And it's also right. And I just looked at her, and she leaned back, and she goes, I know where I need to be. She never said Tennessee. I left within 20 minutes. But it was Tennessee. So don't let people color your thinking. Know who you are. Know what you want. and know how you're going to go about getting it. Recruiting competitors, not only on the court, in the classroom, and that's what we're talking about today. This is the beginning of greatness for all of these students. Competitors become winners and find a way to win. Why? They are interested in winning, not only on the court, in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, but most of all, where? In life. In life. And folks, I will tell you, you just can't give enough. You can't love it enough. But I hope you will embrace it every day. Communication is more than talking. I've had to learn to be a great listener. Now, I like to talk. How many of y'all like to talk? Yeah, we all want to talk. How many of us want to listen? I listen to Joan. I don't have a choice. I listen to my son because I want to figure out what's going on in his life. You know, I listen to our student athletes. I listen to my coaching staff. I gather so much by being a good listener. When you're sitting and listening to your professors, listen, listen, listen. Attitude. What's your attitude? Attitude is something that has really been so special for me because it's taught me that no job is too big or too small. Is it? No job is too big or too small. You can outwork people. Now, I really believe that. I believe that in our profession, we can outwork people. You can outwork people right here in the classroom. You know, when you have the right attitude, attitude is a personal choice every day of your life. You ever been around people that just got up and they're negative? I had attitude. Would you really want to go to dinner with them tonight? And sit there and listen to them moan and groan about how life is not very good? You know, that's attitude. That's attitude. So getting people to understand a positive attitude every day makes you not only a better performer in whatever you do, but you're a lot more fun to be around. Moody people are rude. Y'all hear that? Moody people are rude. Are you moody? Don't even raise your hand. I'll be yelling. But just understand how important attitude is. Too many people are born on third base and spend their life thinking they hit a triple. Y'all know some of those people? You know, silver spoon people? You know, I wasn't one of those. I'm sure a lot of you were not. But just think about how important attitude is. We went to Paris, gosh, when was that, in 99? And we traveled with our team, and we weren't very good. And I was worried about whether we were going to win next year. And we were over there, and UConn was over there. They were beating everybody by 30, and I was just thinking, I was just biting inside my lip every day, thinking, how are we going to, be as good as Connecticut? Penn State was over there, and they won. We won, but they won by a large margin. So, I was just, again, I was just chewing the inside of my lip, and I thought, I'm going to go for a run before I have a last team meeting. So I took off and went for a run, and it was a beautiful day, and down by the beach when we came back, I